Hello, community and world. I am Zach Cohen, and this isn't going to be an educational video. I mean, it is, but not in the way that other videos I've made are. We won't be exploring the history of a country or the intricacies of quantum mechanics. Instead, we'll be looking into something important to me that I hope I can teach you more about: autism. Autism is a general term that applies to diseases under the umbrella of pervasive developmental disorders, or PDDs. PDDs include Fragile X syndrome-related diseases like Rett syndrome and childhood disintegrative disorder, or CDD. Also under the umbrella of PDDs is another umbrella of its own, autism spectrum disorders, or ASDs, which include PDD-NOS, or PDDs not otherwise specified, Asperger's syndrome, and autistic disorder. For the purpose of this video, we'll be focusing more on autism spectrum disorders than PPDs as a whole. While all PPDs are similar, Rett syndrome and CDD deviate from ASDs in terms of cause and systemic effects. ASDs are generally characterized by deficits in developmental cognition, specifically centered on the inability to interact socially at a proficient level. People with autism are also slow to develop language and communication skills, which can contribute to social issues. However, children on the autism spectrum can often exhibit traits of extremely accelerated intelligence, such as Temple Grandin, an autistic woman who rose to become one of the most prominent figures in the science of cattle industry. Social inhibition, though, prevents children from expressing their incredible intelligence, and so oftentimes, children on the spectrum are not given the right opportunities to change the world in the way that they can. Not only that, but many children on the spectrum are bullied because of their social deficits and lack of awareness of the nature and implications of ASD. Our society inherently denies opportunities to autistic children, and it stems mostly from easily reparable ignorance. Now, this is all great information, but I suspect you're thinking something along the lines of, okay, what can I do? How can I contribute to bettering the cause? Well, option 1, check yourself before you wreck yourself. This one is less of an option and more of a mandatory thing for everyone, regardless of their activism in relation to autism awareness. What you say reflects a lot about what you think and what your moral compass is. If something seems bad or negative, saying, "Wow, that's retarded," can seem harmless, but it contributes to social denial of sensitive issues. The implication of saying something like that is that being mentally handicapped or retarded is in some way bad. If that's the message you want to convey, then fine. But when you're ready to rejoin civilized society, consider dropping the use of retarded as a derogatory term. Option 2. Do some research. This video only scratches the surface of the many intricacies of ASD. We have this incredible tool called the internet. Don't expect people to tell you everything you need to know. Explore, learn, be responsible. Option 3. Host a walk or a run. I ran a marathon for Autism Awareness, and tons of people do races for the cause. Spreading the word of your race and the reason you're doing it makes people aware of the subject and more prone to investigate it for themselves. Option 4. Donate, donate, donate. No submission is trivial. There are hundreds of charities dedicated towards spreading autism awareness, and contributing to any of them really helps. Mission statements vary, but most organizations specialize in funding programs of autistic children outside of school, funding research, and spreading awareness in general. Option 5. Work with autistic children in your area. Autism affects 1 in 88 children in the United States. Statistically speaking, you're closer to an autistic child than you may think. Help out at specialized schools, or just help at regular schools that have autistic students. Option 6. Any combination of the options mentioned above. Option 7. Create your own form of activism. After all, you and only you know for certain what you're passionate about. Take your passion and channel energy through it to create something that spreads awareness or improves the situation of autistic children in some way. Sadly, I can't tell you how to cultivate your interests, because I'm not you. Only you can be you, so go be you. Be passionate. Create. Share. Here's what I want you to take away from this. Autism is a disease, for one thing, that limits social cognition and developmental cognition in general. Because society is inherently social, there is widespread irrational ignorance in respect to autism and its effect on people and their families. But you can change that. You can change people's attitudes towards autism. You can use your skills and passions to change the world. So all that I ask you is, what's stopping you?